runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, B.A., and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively, too.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Prince is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. Embiid, a screen on Prince. Grimes, the pass to Maxey. Five to shoot. George against Kuzma. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. We discussed the elephant in the room, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach said we'll look to build the wall as best we can, but Giannis gets better at beating it every year. All I'm really asking from my guys is their best effort against him. These are reasonable expectations from a coach for his squad.
And Allie, thank you for that.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
For three, here's Lillard. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
You just cannot permit Lillard to get into a zone from deep. I mean, once that happens, you can't turn the valve off.
And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
Antetokounmpo can't connect. The 76ers have gone 1 for 3 so far. 4-3. Grimes' shot is off. Milwaukee has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Out to the right wing. Embiid with it. And it's Kuzma picking him up. And it's off from three-point range. For Milwaukee, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Antetokounmpo. Kuzma outside. Lillard looking around. The three ball. The rebound by Embiid. 76ers trail by 3.
You can't run the alley-oop from much further out than that.
That was absolutely crazy.
And how high did he have to go to make that catch? Scintillating.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
George for 3. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Yeah, just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
2 minutes.
Maxey against Lillard. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Looking to end the run. Fires in the triple.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Now here's Oubre. Back to Maxey for 3. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Really showing you how quick you can be with the basketball. Maxey letting it fly in a hurry.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Graham. Here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Walker, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Bobby Portis has checked in for the Bucks. Trent comes in for Prince. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Embiid misses. The Bucks trail. Lillard left side. For the left side wing. Here's Antetokounmpo. And again, it's the Bucks missing. Philadelphia has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. And he lobs it up. And out of bounds. Milwaukee will have it. Milwaukee making some changes. Green's checked in for Kuzma. And it's Porter Jr. in for Lillard. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Boy, quick release that time from Porter. Pulled up before the defense could get to him.
Here's George. Got a piece of it. Here's Portis. Porter finds Antetokounmpo. Now here's Trent. He's covered by Oubre. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Green missing. Pass to George. Right side Maxey. And there's the lob. And George with the jam. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Philadelphia on top. Up. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And we've also got to talk about those threes dropping for them. We'll see if they can keep up the momentum from long range.
On the court for Milwaukee, here in the second. They've got Kevin Porter. Brook Lopez is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Green, and it's Rollins in at the 1.
One of the key components of Drummond's game, he's an intimidating presence on the offensive glass.
Here's Rollins. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Here's the pick. Pass to Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Rollins, no good.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
The Bucks trail by 3. Outside, Green over Edwards, and that one's good. Green. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to McCain. Back to Butler. And Kevin Porter picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And the 76ers making a change here. Council's checked in. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Kuzma's checked in.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Portis. Nails the wide-open jumper.
Trading the lead back and forth. Neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Lopez. Portis the screen. The floater. Here's Rollins. Portis outside. Over Drummond. Offensive board. Philadelphia's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Pass to Edwards. And that'll be Philadelphia's ball as it goes out of bounds. Sixers able to keep the possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
The 76ers making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Prince is checked in for the Bucks. Damian Lillard comes in for Porter Jr. You know, Clark, over the past few seasons, we've seen a historic amount of 20-point-per-game scorers in the league.
And that's a function, BA, of the overall skill level being at its all-time high in league history in my mind, but also the pace of play, the way the game is played, three-point shooting, there's scoring, there's more scoring, so more guys are scoring. And I think on top of that, it's a little easier to score because of how the game is played and officiated. It's tilted a little more in favor of the offense for the entertainment value of point production.
Kyle Lowry's checked in for Butler. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Trent comes in for Rollins. The 3 for Prince. The rebound by Lowry. And so Lowry will bring it up for Philadelphia. They trail by 1. Edwards, no good. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Lillard against Lowry. Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Antetokounmpo has got 5 points.
You know, Giannis wants to get a few steps closer, but he's worked really hard to make this mid-range shot more consistent.
Trent outside. Pass to Kuzma. And he lobs it up to the rim. On to Kumpo inside. Drummond's there. That one's good for 2.
Good luck against Giannis in the paint. Get out of the way is probably your best option.
Prince against Edwards. Drummond with the screen. Lowry right side. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Here's Milwaukee. They're on an 11-3 run. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Connects from downtown. And now an 8-point Milwaukee lead.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Prince can't hit. And for the 76ers, they're shooting only 33%. Not exactly consistent offense. The kick out to Edwards. Gordon outside. Out to the wing. Drummond passes to Gordon. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so that brings the first half. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Wow, Damian Lillard really having a great game.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
We've got Kelly Oubre. He's out there with Joel Embiid. Tyrese Maxey is out there with George. And it's Grimes in at the 2. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half.
Boy, Kuzma, superb at finding space along the perimeter and shooting the ball with confidence. And he's got great range, too.
Well, Grant, there are a few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Joel Embiid is setting records with his scoring. Like he said, when I get stuck into just being a scorer, that's not the best version of me. I like sharing the ball. As you've seen the last couple of years, the teams that have won, they move the ball. Nothing is static. So that's how we should play. Pretty simple, Brian.
Yeah, great understanding, right? Thanks, Allie. And the Bucks with the possession here. The Sixers getting their last shot to go. Prince with the bucket.
Boy, an accurate shooter with really good form. Prince is aggressive when it comes to looking to score.
Up top, Oubre. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his first foul of the game. Milwaukee making some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Green comes in for Kuzma. And it's Porter Jr. in for Prince. And the jam by George.
One of the great athletes in the league, and there are a bunch of them, but he's at the top of the list. Ferocity on that throwdown for Paul George.
It's stolen by Maxey. Here we go, the Sixers on the break. Three-pointer in transition. Maxey's got 6.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Out to Oubre. Solid as a rock from 20 feet out. Oubre's gotten 4 this quarter.
Embiid gives you a lot. Scoring, rebounding, defense, and he can also beat you with the pass.
Lillard passes to Portis. That one's off. Still out of sync. 76ers trail by 3. Outside Maxey. There's a screen for the tie. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Lopez with it. Picked up by Embiid. The 3 is up. The rebound by Embiid. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. George against Green. George's shot is off. The Bucks leading by 3. Outside Porter. Out to Lillard. There's the 3. Such a sweet stroke from Damian Lillard.
Lillard keeps the defense honest by spacing them out from the corner.
George for 3. And another miss by Philadelphia.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Green, the pass to Lopez. 1:25 left in the third quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Green, the pass to Portis. And that comes off the assist by Green. And now a 9-point Milwaukee lead.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Lopez. Lillard outside. Outside for Green. Three-pointer, no good.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Here's McCain. Kicks it to George. Launches it. And the 76ers another 3.
Cannot let George get his feet set out on the perimeter. He'll bury it.
Lillard against Maxey. Lillard passes to Portis. Lets it go from deep. They get the rebound. Out left to the wing. Lopez finds Porter. Back to Lopez. The 3. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
And so it's Milwaukee with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. They've been lights out from deep, and it's a big reason why they have a lead in this one. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up with a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. So on the floor for Milwaukee, Taurean Prince is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Gary Trent, and it's Rollins in at the 1 spot. Trent outside. To the paint. Kuzma, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Pulls up on the wing. Another one falls for Milwaukee.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Pass to Grimes. There's a screen. George for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Trent from long range. Rebound by Philadelphia.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And it's Butler with the jam.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Antetokounmpo outside. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by Butler. 76ers trail by 9. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Kuzma for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
You got to keep Kuzma in front of you, especially in transition. Once he gets behind you, it's done.
To the left wing. Outside for Butler. George a screen on Trent. Pass to Bona. Puts it up. And he's off on his first shot of the game. And so it's Kuzma who brings up the ball for the Bucks. The three from Prince. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
You know, another thing that stands out to me is their passing in this game. I mean, they've done a tremendous job sharing the ball and setting each other up for success.
Lopez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Lillard comes in for Rollins. Here's Lillard. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Lopez. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. George passes to Maxey. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Milwaukee leading by 11. Lillard outside. Antetokounmpo outside. On the wing, Kuzma fires the 3. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. George finds Embiid. George, good.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Milwaukee has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. Lillard passes to Kuzma. Fires the 3. Clock at 6. Pass to Prince. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Sixers ball.
The 76ers have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Out to Oubre. 4-3. Lillard pulls down the board.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
From deep. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul so far. Grimes, he's checked in for Walker.
Second team foul.
34 seconds left in the final quarter.
Number 5, Quentin Grimes.
Maxey against Lillard. Drives to the hoop. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. And this one feels just about over.
Yeah, they'll play it out, but I think it just wasn't meant to be tonight.
George for 3. Oh, he nails it! And now they trail by just 4.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
On the wing, Kuzma. 3-pointer. Drops in the 3.
Kuzma.
So Milwaukee wins it. Just a gut. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up.
basketball here tonight, given the veteran talent on both sides.
Yeah, tremendously high IQ from both teams, so expect a clean game. And some of these players have been through it all in this league.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. Porter against George. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Denver now. Murray outside. Takes a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Murray's got the opening field goal of the game for the Nuggets.
At the arc, Murray is all business, knocking down a confident shot.
Got that one up quick.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Outside Porter. Here's the 3. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
Yeah, there is no way to stop him. It has not been physically created a way to stop. His length, his massive hands, he can catch any lob.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul. And Philadelphia making a change here. Gordon kicks to Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. It's Porter outside. That one's rebounded by Embiid. The 76ers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Embiid inside the line. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this court.
And that one's good, George.
Calm and cool from distance. George really confident from beyond.
Buries it from three-point range.
Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, "My potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say what I had, I gave it my all. That's all that success should be defined by." Kevin grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
He is a worker and living the dream.
That's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
Maxey sets a screen for Oubre. Three-pointer by Embiid. And Brown pulls it down. Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it. Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. The Nuggets leading by 3. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Brown, good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists in the game.
And I feel like Jokic has 360-degree vision. I mean, no matter where the open man is, he's going to find him.
Now, Jokic, after the missed 3 from Tyrese Maxey. Murray kicks to Jokic. A three-pointer off the mark. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Sinks the three-pointer.
Recognize the D is closing in. Maxey letting it go.
Jokic against Embiid. Jokic sets the screen for Porter. Back to Jokic. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. Wide open look here for Murray. Drills it from outside. Murray's got 6 points.
And operating off the ball, credit Murray for staying engaged, ready to fire when asked.
Here's George. Here he goes. And then George with the jam.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
The kick out to Porter. Shoots the three. Hands it from downtown. He's got 8.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
He's locked in with his teammates right now.
And so it's Michael Porter making things happen for the Nuggets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Denver.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. At the guard spots, we'll see Westbrook and Murray. Peyton Watson is out there with Sharp. It's Najee in at the center.
The pace that Westbrook plays at, it allows him to find angles and lanes to get the ball into the hands of shooters.
Drummond with a screen on Westbrook. Three-pointer, Butler. Out to Edwards. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
Here's Murray. Pass to Najee. Charge outside.
Philadelphia foul. Counsels. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Denver passing it around. Westbrook dishes to Sharp. A three-pointer, no good. The 76ers trail by 10. Here's Counsell. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen. When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the three.
There's the pick. And here's Edwards from the arc. Rebound by the Nuggets. Outside Westbrook. Outside for Murray. Richard, we know how hard the game is to play. But I think we also know how hard the game is to officiate.
I agree, Kevin. I think the one thing about basketball is that it's constant movement. There are plays happening all around the referees. It's not like football where every 45 seconds you run another play. In 45 seconds, you could have had a different 5 or 6 possessions. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the referees. That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Gordon for 3. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Christian Brown's checked in for Denver. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. From 20 feet out. And with that, the Denver lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket for Maxey.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Brown, the pass to Watson. Here's Brown. Out left to the wing. They set the pick. Westbrook wide open. He fired. And another miss by Denver. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
The thing you love about Maxey is that he always has a smile when he's out there. He's enjoying himself, and he embraces the challenge that the game presents.
And the 76ers making a change here. George is checked in. The Nuggets also changing it up. Jokic has checked in for Najee. Aaron Gordon comes in for Saric, and it's Michael Porter in for Peyton Watson. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Out to Edwards. Lets the three fly. Drops in the tray. Edwards got 5 points now this quarter.
Such great feel for the game and where his teammates are. Maxey letting his basketball IQ take over.
To the paint. Here's McCain. Off target with his three. The Nuggets leading by 7. Pass to Jokic. Gordon with the screen for Jokic. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Jokic has got 5 now.
The three-point stroke from Jokic, it just looks confident.
Stolen by Westbrook. Releases. Gordon kicks to Jokic, and it's Paul George with the foul.
Paul George.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution for your 76ers.
40 seconds left in the first half of the game. Jokic with the screen on Walker. 5 on the clock. Goes up on the wing. And Embiid with the block. They get it back. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Lob pass to Oubre. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Jokic, that's a 2-pointer. And a little luck that time, but it drops. He has 7.
Nice touch on the jump shot. Jokic's shooting ability changes his team's definition of spacing.
Embiid finds George. Over Porter. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Denver with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Really an incredible game from Michael Porter.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Kelly Oubre out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's George, and there's Gordon, and it's Maxey in at the 1. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
A great look provided by Embiid. The big man just dropping dimes.
Jokic passes to Murray. Back to Jokic. Gordon with a screen on Embiid. And stolen by Maxey. Over Murray. Maxey, no good.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
Pass to Brown. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Jokic has got the lead up to 12 now for the Nuggets.
Oh, you got to put a body on Jokic or he'll torch you on the offensive glass.
3-pointer by Embiid. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Brown's got 6.
I mean, shades of Vlade Divac there. Jokic is one of the best passing bigs playing in the game today.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. He's still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
And stolen by Maxey. And here's the fast break. Maxey leading the way. And stolen by Murray. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA is looking for greater parity, but Golden State's Draymond Green said, quite frankly, with this new CBA, dynasties are over. We're the last dynasty you'll be able to speak of because of the way this salary cap is set up. Guess we'll see. Kevin?
I hope he's not right, but he may be onto something, David. Thank you. Embiid against Jokic. There's the lob to the hoop. Paul George with the steal. Lobbed up there for Embiid. And Philadelphia with another turnover here.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Zeke Naji, he's checked in for Jokic. Saric comes in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Peyton Watson in for Michael Porter. Saric has the open look. Offline with his three. The 76ers trail by 12.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's McCain. It's blocked. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Murray, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
It's near impossible trying to guard Embiid in the pick and roll. He's just so clever.
Here's Brown to the right side. Watson, that's for two. And again, Denver, no good. And they're moving it up. Here's Grimes. The kick outside to Butler. Launches it. Denver grabs the miss. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Watson dishes to Murray. The three ball. The offensive rebound. Brown, the pass to Naji. 6 on the shot clock. Deep two from Murray. That shot off. The 76ers trail by 10. Embiid from outside. Rebound by Murray. Murray's got 4 rebounds in this game. Can they get it? With the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Nice shot by Yabusele.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Denver leading by 10. Here's Brown. Out to Saric for 3. And it's Grimes with the rebound. Butler dishes to Embiid. This one for 3 from way outside, Joel Embiid.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Watson, that's for 2. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We'll get you back to the action after this break. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. At the guard spots, we'll see Westbrook and Murray. Charge is out there with Porter. And it's Watson in its small forward. Denver in the lead. Murray kicks to Porter. Takes the 3. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got 4 assists in the game.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Murray, the pass to Watson. Off target from outside. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
Westbrook kicks to Porter. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The 76ers trail by 9. Back to Lowry. Oubre on the wing. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jokic is checked in for Saric, and Gordon subbed in for Peyton Watson. Pass to Jokic. Goes up again. The shake. The slam by Jokic.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
A powerful finisher. Oubre Jr., you deserve to get dunked on when you let him get inside.
He's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
George, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And Jokic gets it to go.
This is what you love to see. Westbrook sharing the ball with open teammates, making the right play.
Drummond with a screen on Porter. George, that's a two-pointer. Got a piece of it. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Back to Jokic. There's the three. And Jokic is good on the three.
Capable of being a very potent scorer. Jokic certainly has looked focused so far in this one.
And then George with the jam.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Pass to Jokic. Oubre with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And the three ball is good. George has got 7 points here in this quarter.
How about the quickness there from George? Pulling up before the defense can get set.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry.
That's his second.
That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Philadelphia. And he's checked in for Drummond. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Kyle Lowry. And Denver with a change here too. Authors checked in. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Jokic. Just 5 to shoot. A little shot fake there. Got the D out of position. Jokic has got 11 in the second half. Oubre with it. Westbrook picks him up. Fires for three. Maxey, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Nuggets.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jokic.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Jokic against Embiid. Jokic kicks to Westbrook. Porter passes to Jokic. Porter with the screen for Jokic. The kick out to Westbrook. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Now, here's Jokic. The three. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. A solid win on the road for them. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
face off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Now Denver's starting five. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. And it's Jokic in at center, locking down the middle. That one falls.
Not the usual shot from Kuzma, but the defense certainly didn't see that one coming.
Shoots. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Pass to Prince. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Back to Lopez. Fires from deep. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Nuggets. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers. As you might expect, he's got his hands full on how to deal with Nikola Jokic. Coach explained so much of their offense runs through him. He's always operating with the ball in his hands. We'll need to do our work early. Don't let him get comfortable when he has the ball. No doubt about it, the Joker is the cog in this offense. Brian?
Thank you for that, Allie.
Murray can score without dominating the ball, and that time off the catch and shoot.
Pass to Prince. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Knocks down the 18-footer. First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Gordon on the wing. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. In transition, here they come. Lillard against Jokic. Fires for three. Oh, nice shot by Lillard.
Name a place where Damian Lillard can't score. I guarantee you it's not the corner.
Murray passes to Jokic. Porter with a screen on Lopez. Here's Jokic. Outside for Porter. This one for three. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Pass to Prince. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Prince can't hit.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Murray's shot is good.
Well, he's got a confident shot going right now as Jamal's stepping into that three ball.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Murray.
Oh, my goodness!
I did not know he could get up like that.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
And so it's Kuzma who brings up the ball for the Bucks. They lead by 4. From deep, well, a careless foul. That'll send him to the line for 3 free throws.
And Kuzma's still able to get that one up, even though he's taking the contact.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throws of this game. It's normal for guys to jump from team to team, Brent, but Kyle Kuzma has displayed real loyalty.
And he clearly is starting to value what culture means and respects the time to build that up. He wants to be part of something special. And when you have players start to think that way, sometimes it translates to the court where they're more consistent and more reliable.
And here's Saric for 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo for 3. And another miss by Milwaukee. Nuggets trail by 7. Murray for 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo has got 4 rebounds now. Trent from long range. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Here's Portis for 3. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. The Nuggets have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Murray passes to Watson. And again, it's Denver missing. Milwaukee leading by 10. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Murray. Releases. Trent's shot is off.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
To end the run. And the three-pointer goes.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Porter's shot is off.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Back to Watson. And that's not going to go. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you, stat-wise?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
They've got Brook Lopez. Bobby Portis out there with Green. Then there's Damian Lillard, and it's Rollins in at the 2. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Nuggets trail by 5. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Ooh, poked away. Stolen by Jokic. And he's going for the lob. The shot by Brown, no good.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
ABA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and the absence of skill deficiencies. Brian, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. And Lillard puts up a deep 3. Porter pulls it in.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups. So maybe just a step too far. Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Knocks down the long J.
And Lillard wasting no time getting 3 back.
Lopez against Jokic. The ball's knocked loose. Green against Porter. Beyond the arc. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Porter's shot is off. The Bucks leading by 9. Now Lopez. 3-pointer off the mark. Now here's Jokic. Pass to Porter. Back to Jokic. Outside Porter. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got his 4th assist in this one. Lillard outside. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And it's Jokic with the ball for Denver. They trail by 6. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Here's Lopez. In tight, he gets the jumper to fall. And the Bucks lead by 5.
Doing the dirty work with that sheer size. Lopez clears the glass and sends it back.
Back to Jokic. Shoots over Lopez. Outside Porter. Let's go with a 3. Here's the 3. They get it back. Tries yet again. Inside. Jokic drops it in.
Yeah, boxing out Jokic is easier said than done, especially when he's sniffing out rebounds.
Here's Portis for 3. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Gordon. Puts up a 3. The shot off that time. Milwaukee leading by 3. Portis for 3. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
And Portis attacking with some confidence. That's in his range.
Westbrook, the pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. Takes a 3. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Jokic has got 6 assists now in the game. The Bucks have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Lillard passes to Lopez. There's the triple. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 4 rebounds now. And here's Jokic outside. And another 3 for Denver.
And he can stretch the range a little bit beyond the arc if he wants to. Jokic dangerous out there.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the inside. Portis, the pass to Lillard. Outside, Green. Pass to Portis. Green with a screen on Gordon. 4 on the clock. Here's Portis. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Now here's Westbrook. And another 3 for Denver. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Nuggets on top. They're up by 3. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Wow, Damian Lillard really having a great game.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
On the court for Denver, Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in it to 5 down low. They get it back. And again, it's Denver missing.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Gordon can't hit. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. It's Kuzma with the miss. Denver has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Brown's shot is good.
Exceptional playmaking there from Jokic, just seeing the gap.
Bucks trail by 3. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Murray. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Rebounded by Denver.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Jokic with it, and it's Kuzma picking him up. Back to Jokic. Gordon with a screen on Antetokounmpo. From deep, Jokic. Out to Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Lets the 3 fly. Good D by Antetokounmpo. And so it's Lillard who brings up the ball for Milwaukee. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points.
A good shooter and has some range. Taurean Prince welcoming all catch-and-shoot opportunities.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Kuzma.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Gary Trent Jr., he's checked in for Milwaukee. Porter Jr. comes in for Lillard. Now here's Watson. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Here's Saric. Still without a bucket. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Porter from outside. It's rebounded by Najee. Denver in the lead. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Sharic's shot is off. The Bucks have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. For the lead. And Trent gets the 3. Trent's got 6.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Antetokounmpo for 3. Denver grabs the miss. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Counted from distance. Give him 8. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Porter from outside. He drops it from range.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Watson. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. It's Kuzma with the miss. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Watson passes to Saric. And again, Denver with a 3.
Now, Saric is a big man, tough to get out there and close out to the shooter. It's a nice look at 3 ball.
Pass to Trent. From downtown, it's hauled in by Saric. Murray passes to Watson. Here's Brown. Screen by Watson. From outside the arc. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading buckets. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Giannis plays the 4 with Portis in at center. Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards, and it's Green in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. The Nuggets shooting around 35% from the field so far. And Lillard puts up a deep 3. Porter pulls it in.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy.
Trent on the wing. Takes the 3. Antetokounmpo can't connect. Denver's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Westbrook outside. Knocks down the triple.
Russell looking to shoot as soon as he's in attack mode.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Offensive rebound. Portis finds Green. Back to Portis. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Murray. Trent, the pass to Lillard. Three-pointer. Striking from deep range. Dame.
Yeah, keep thinking that he can't shoot it from there, and he'll prove you wrong. Lillard lofts one of those high-arching bombs.
Lillard against Westbrook. Porter looks it over. From the arc. The rebound by the Bucks.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Antetokounmpo, bam!
Well, the defense now better pay attention. If Giannis is hitting threes, those pickup points have to become higher.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Lillard with the ball. Picked up by Saric. Portis against Saric. Antetokounmpo for three. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Saric outside. Outside for Porter. Screen by Watson. Back to Saric for three. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Anticipation and length makes Giannis a great shot blocker.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Rollins is checked in. Jokic is checked in for the Nuggets. Gordon comes in for Watson. Porter from outside. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. From behind the arc. Another miss by Antetokounmpo.
Trying to end this thing with some big threes, but the accuracy just isn't there tonight.
Out to Gordon. Out to the right wing. For three, Westbrook. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
And that's what a guy like Westbrook will do for you, willing his team forward in these big moments.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. On target from range.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
And it's Jokic missing.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged culture.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Porter from outside. And he gets it back. Jacks up a three. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his 16th rebound on the night. Out to Lillard. He shoots. Jokic grabs the board.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from it.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Westbrook against Lillard. Portis with a screen on Westbrook. Lillard with the ball. Checked by Gordon. Here's Portis for three. And it's Denver with a rebound. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
And nails the tray.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
Oh, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Porter from outside. Here's Jokic. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And so it's Denver with the W. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well. Allie, thank you as always.
Support your team.
big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Oubre out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Paul George, and it's Gordon in at the 2 spot. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. From deep, Prince drains the three-pointer.
Boy, just a nice quick decision that time in the screen and roll by Prince. I like that decisiveness there.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. When I asked him how hard it is to game plan for Paul George, he just chuckled. He said he's one of the hardest guys in the league to guard. I really challenged our team to make sure we're communicating whenever he has the ball. There will be, as always, a team-first approach to slowing down PG-13. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Clark, there are some that would say that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in Milwaukee Bucks history. Others might say Lou Alcindor. What do you say?
Hey, pump the brakes on that Giannis. I love the Greek freak. But I tell you, Kareem is my guy. I would tip my hat there, but I certainly understand why others would say, Giannis, I'm going to hang my hat with Kareem.
Now Oubre, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. George passes to Gordon. From the wing, 2 points, that one goes.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to George. He takes it in, and it's Paul George with the finish.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Philadelphia's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Oubre outside. Back to George. Embiid in the corner. Shoots over Kuzma. Embiid no good.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Here's Kuzma. Kicks it out to Giannis. From past the arc, Paul George grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
We often talk about Gordon's scoring ability, but there, great feed to an open teammate.
From deep, Giannis. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
There's Lopez with the 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And Special K, as good as Damian Lillard can be throughout a game, he definitely takes it up a notch in crunch time.
Couldn't agree with you more, Kevin. He's one of those guys that certainly seems to rise to the occasion and relish in the clutch moments. And his range is in the gym like. I mean, 30 feet away, 35 feet away, he shoots it the same as if it's a mid-range jumper.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Trent comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for Taurean Prince. Philadelphia also making some changes. Yabusele, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Gordon. The 3 from George. Good on the three-point shot. George has got 5.
That last 3 must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Now here's Portis. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Fires the 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Porter outside. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist.
From way, way out there, the defense has got to respect Porter's range. It's legit.
From deep, George. And he's good on the 3 ball. George has got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Philadelphia. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Portis a screen on Maxey. Nobody near Lillard. And another three for Milwaukee.
The moment they hit that last shot, Lillard wanted one of his own. He was determined and undeterred to strike right back.
On the wing, George, defended by Trent. And George kicks to Yabusele. Pass to George. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
Taking a look at the 76ers. Walker out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Oubre. Then it's Paul George. And it's Yabusele in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. 76ers trailing. And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
Here's Portis after the made shot from Kelly Oubre. Green with a screen for Portis. Inside, it's Trent on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Gets an open look and hits. Trent's got the lead up to 2 now for the Bucks.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Shots good by Walker. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Walker against Trent. Lopez a screen on Walker. And here's Trent outside. Oubre pulls it in. Oubre's got his 4th rebound in this one. 76ers moving the ball around. There's Walker with the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Green deciding where to go with it. Hits it from 3-point range. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Philadelphia's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. From deep, Walker. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
The 76ers lead. From the arc. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
3-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Collins the pass to Portis. Shoots over Oubre. Portis can't get it to go. The 76ers leading by 4. Walker with a clean look. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And that's 11 points for Walker. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Bucks. The 76ers also with a sub. Edwards is checked in. They get the rebound. They kick it out to Green. Pass to Trent. 5 to shoot. And they get it. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
From deep, Walker. Rebounded by Jackson. Bucks trail by 6. For the 3. Tyrese Maxey grabs the miss. Fast break, Philadelphia. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, and do mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
He thinks he is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Council's checked in, and it's Lowry in for Maxey.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
Lopez inside. No scoring in this one. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Lopez very aware of the time on the shot clock there. Great job to get a shot off.
Outside Lowry. Edwards screen on Jackson. Here's Lowry. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Bucks trail by 6. Green with a screen for Portis. Misses the 3. Back to Walker. Up in time. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Bucks shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Torian Prince is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep, too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around, and he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch. This guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
Here's Embiid. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Embiid's got his first bucket of the night.
And Embiid is not shy now, always going to shoot it when he has space.
Lillard with it. Maxey covering. Lillard against Maxey. And Lopez has it in the corner. Kuzma with a screen on George. Lopez, no luck.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Oubre kicks to Maxey. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Prince outside. Giannis sets a screen for Prince. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Eric Gordon.
Clark, we know the Bucks are a veteran team that has now leveraged their assets to try to win now.
And the question is, Kevin, do they have enough? There's a point at which veteran becomes a nicer way or a euphemism for old, especially in today's NBA. That can be a problem for you.
And the Bucks making a change here. Porter's checked in. Here's Bona. There's the screen. Pass to McCain. 3-pointer. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got his 6th rebound on the night. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. The setup and the slam by Giannis.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Poked away. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Screen by Antetokounmpo. They get it again. Kicks it out to Lillard. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got 4 assists now tonight. Lowry for 3. The 76ers with another miss.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Porter dishes to Giannis. Lets it go from the wing. It's hauled in by the 76ers. It's a 2-point differential. Pass to McCain. Out to the wing. Here's Council, guarded by Kuzma. To stop the run. Out to Edwards. Lillard against Lowry. Shot clock at 5. Second chance shot. Driving the lane. Count. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. A different look for Milwaukee. Portis comes in for Prince. And Rollins subbed in for Lillard. Clark, we know what a great player Joel Embiid is. He was the 2023 MVP, and he was on that same road until he got injured last season.
Unfortunate to see the big fella Embiid deal with the injuries that he has throughout his career, even going back to his 1 year in college. It's unfortunate, but that has hampered what is a special talent in Embiid. The big man draws so much attention, so Embiid takes advantage of that and finds an open teammate.
Pass to Council. Embiid with a screen on Porter. Here's Council. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Green, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the third. Cloak loose. Fast break, Milwaukee. Over to the wing. Here's McCain. Hits the 3-point bomb. McCain's got the lead up to 9 now for the 76ers. The Bucks have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Nailed from 3-point land.
And with that 3-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by Philadelphia?
Pass to Drummond. It's thrown about to Kumbo. To the paint. The 3. The shot misses. Here's Grimes. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Philadelphia with their lead standing at 6 points. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Maxey. Andre Drummond is out there with Edwards. And it's McCain in at the point.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. That 3 off the mark. Bucks trail by 6. Lopez from long range. Tyrese Maxey grabs the miss. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Council. Out to Edwards. Maxey against Trent. Goes back up. Rebound, Milwaukee. Lopez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Fires the 3. And again, the Bucks miss. The 76ers leading by 6. Here's Council. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Milwaukee. For Milwaukee, they've gone 0-3 to start the fourth quarter.
Kyle Kuzma.
Lillard looking around. Launches a three. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And all of a sudden, that three puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
And that one's good. Maxey.
Really showing you how quick he can be with the basketball. Maxey letting it fly in a hurry.
Giannis sets a screen for Lillard. There's the drive. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Edwards kicks to Maxey. Another three for Philadelphia.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Now here's Prince. Giannis passes to Kuzma. The kick out to Lopez. 6 to shoot. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That one on Maxey.
And, you know, Lopez has such a likable personality and way about him. Just a good-spirited guy, and it's one of the reasons his teammates enjoy playing with him.
Tremendous job at the line, as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Maxey, that falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 4 assists in the game. Bucks trail by 7. Kuzma with a screen on Oubre. Walker against Prince. Pass to Kuzma. 3-pointer Lillard. Good on the triple. Lillard's got 20 points.
You can see the confidence Lillard has by how cool and calm he is when they need a big bucket.
Maxey kicks to Oubre. Now George, guarded by Kuzma. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Taurean Prince.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
Jackson, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Lillard against Maxey. Beyond the arc. Walker with the rebound. The 76ers leading by 6. George with the ball. Guarded now by Prince. The 76ers again can't hit it. Bucks have gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. 3-pointer Lillard. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
This team is in a tight spot, but Lillard keeps his cool, totally focused on getting them what they need.
Walker dishes to Embiid. Pass to Oubre. Outside, George. Over Jackson, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
On offense here, the Bucks. They trail by 3. Maxey against Lillard. It's tipped. Jackson from long range. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And here's George for 3. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. 3-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the 76ers lead by 6.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
In an eye for an eye, both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here is George. From downtown, misses the shot. So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
veteran-heavy matchup like this?
You know, B.A., it typically means we'll get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. Kelly Oubre out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Maxey. Then there's Paul George. And it's Gordon in at the 2. Now here's Maxey. Out to Oubre. 5 on the clock. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Nikola Jokic.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Stan, we know Jokic is one of the best passers this game has ever seen at any position. But his teammates will dish it as well.
Yeah, the Nuggets, by and large, are very unselfish. It's part of their culture. They only bring in guys who are willing to sacrifice for the team's sake.
Now here's Maxey. Here's George. The shot that time not on target. Good work defensively by Gordon. Jokic with it. Guarded now by Maxey. Porter gets the bucket.
The guard-like skills in a forward's body. Porter Jr. with the quick release.
And here's Oubre from the arc. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. First quarter, just over a minute played. There's the drive. They kick it out to Murray. The open shot, Jokic. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Back to George. Launches it from deep. The Sixers with another miss. The Nuggets have gone 1 for 3 so far. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, everyone knows Gordon is a gifted dunker. I mean, guess the defense just needed a little reminder.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Jokic way outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now Philadelphia with it. Now let's find out what head coach David Adelman had to say. Allie LaForce.
I talked with him about Joel Embiid and asked him what he wants his team to do against him defensively. And he said, I told our big guys to play with physicality out there, but to also know when to go straight up and not let him bait us into silly fouls. It's not an easy assignment, but coach seemed confident in their chances of containing Joel. Guys?
Allie, thank you. And the 76ers making a change here. Grimes is checked in.
Number 5, Quentin Grimes.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. For 3, Maxey. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Head coach, a 3-time league MVP, Nikola Jokic joining Moses Malone, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. What a list.
Yeah, that's not a bad list at all, Brian. But what stands out beyond Jokic's skill set is the consistency that he produces with every night.
Everybody around him instantly gets better when they play with Jokic.
They love playing.
And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Westbrook, he's checked in for Brown. The 76ers also with a sub. Walker, he's checked in for Grimes. From deep, Jokic. Rebound by Philadelphia.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
For 3, Maxey. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field. Denver in the lead. Jokic passes to Porter. Launches a 3. Hits the trifecta. Porter's got 6 points.
A lights-out three-point shooter. All Porter Jr. needs is a little wiggle room, and he's pulling up.
Maxey finds Walker. The 3 is up. Connects from downtown.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Porter's shot is off. And Embiid has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 1. George passes to Oubre. Back to George. Over Westbrook. George, no good.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Pass to Porter, down low. And finished off by Westbrook.
Amazing communication. Westbrook knows exactly when to jump, so he's there for the slam.
Maxey passes to Embiid. The three. And Maxey gets it to go on the assist from Embiid. Maxey's got his second basket.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And here's Jokic outside. And he missed again. Now 1 of 5. And it's the Sixers with the ball. Oh, there's the alley. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Outside for Porter. Drops in the 3. He's got 9.
Yeah, well, passing it inside out is always a good idea. You can usually get your teammate a clean look.
Gordon with a steal. Michael Porter, he's been the guy making things happen for Denver. He's found his range, hitting. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
Well, it's simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
They've got Peyton Watson, Russell Westbrook out there with Christian Brown. Then there's Dario Saric, and it's Najee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
The shot. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Westbrook with a screen on Walker. Brown passes to Watson. Knocks down the long J.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Coach, there's an interesting story about Watson's draft experience.
Yeah, the story is, Brian, that the Nuggets were willing to trade to move up to get him. That's how much they thought of him. They weren't able to do that, but they were able to get him with the final pick of the first round anyway.
This goes to show you how important scouting is.
And luck.
The 3-ball. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
He just couldn't overcome the perimeter coverage. Shut him down.
Westbrook with it, picked up by Lowry. And here's Saric for 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Westbrook against Lowry. Walker, a screen on Westbrook. Here's Lowry. The kick out to Edwards. Pass to Walker. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Westbrook. Walker's shot is off. The Nuggets on offense. 9 points in a row. A good run going. Over to the wing. Najee passes to Saric. Back to Najee. Walker against Westbrook. This one for 3. Offensive rebound. Outside Watson. Goes back up with the drive. The Nuggets need to get one up. Brown's shot is good.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Here's Council, defended by Watson. Offensive board, counted. Drummond's got his first 2 points of the night.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
Here's Brown, Walker covering. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things. Assisted buckets, every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
For three, Lowry. And the three-pointer goes. Lowry's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Šarić. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer, and he'll head to the line.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. Shoot three.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Nuggets.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
Paul George, he's checked in for Grimes. Jordan against Embiid. Snatched up. Pass to Brown. They shoot again. Driving to the basket. Šarić finds Westbrook. Shoots over Maxey. The Nuggets with another miss. 76ers trail by 8. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Three-pointer Embiid. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
And we know Embiid has this kind of touch from deep. Nice triple.
Screen by Watson. Brown passes to Westbrook. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the triple. Brown's gotten his third basket of the night.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so it's Denver, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their work from distance has been impressive, and it's put them in this lead right now. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. One of the stories here, Michael Porter getting it done today.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And the 76ers, looking at who they've got. We've got Edwards. He's out there with George. Joel Embiid is out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's McCain in at the two-guard spot. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Brian, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie. And so it's Embiid who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. 6-point game. Lets it go from deep. That one no good. Denver has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Porter gets the bucket.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And that's the hunger that Embiid plays with. He just gobbles up the miss and goes back up for the score.
And here's Jokic outside. Rebound by Philadelphia. Pass to George. Fires from deep. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. George has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And he's such a unique talent at both ends. Embiid with the vision that time.
Here's Brown from outside the arc. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 7th rebound of the game of that last one. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Bona, covered by Jokic. Pass to Butler. Out to the wing. Got a piece of it. Just 4 to shoot. And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball. For the Nuggets, Jordan's checked in for Jokic. Chanchar comes in for Gordon. And Strother's subbed in for Brown. And Philadelphia has possession. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Denver leading by 4. Chanchar passes to Murray. From the arc. And it's Bona with a rebound. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Launches a 3. McCain's shot is off. And Denver shooting just 38% for this game so far. Jordan the screen. Here's Chanchar. Gets the 3 to fall.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Butler finds Oubre. And the 3 off target. For Denver, they've gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. They grab their own miss. They kick it out to Murray. There's the triple. And it's Bona with a rebound. 76ers trail by 7. Pass to Grimes. Up top, Oubre. He shoots it. Philadelphia with another miss.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why. And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Coach, after 3 back surgeries in 5 years, it is truly amazing that Michael Porter Jr. is still playing at all.
Yeah, it really is, Brian. And for him to get back to playing at the highest level, he has really stuck with it, and you've got to admire his mental and physical toughness.
Porter gets the bucket.
And he's finding the bottom of the net consistently. Porter Jr. is scoring with ease.
Here's Grimes. He's guarded by Porter. And the shot goes. Grimes has got his first bucket in this one.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. A different look for Denver. Saric checks in for Jordan. Watson comes in for Chanchar. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Strother. Outside Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Oubre finds Walker. Rebounded by Denver. Westbrook outside. Outside Watson. Releases. Gets some space and parries the jumper. Watson's got 5 now.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Great team defense. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so Lowry will bring it up for Philadelphia. Trailing by 8, Westbrook runs the point with Murray to his side. Michael Porter out there with Peyton Watson. And it's Jordan in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for the Nuggets?
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Well, something else that has stood out to me has been their aggressiveness on the boards. They're just out-muscling the opposition on the offensive glass. And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Porter gets the bucket. Coach, when you look at the best defensive teams, what's the balance between IQ, smarts for the game, versus effort?
Well, Brian, it's both. You know, I mean, the effort is a given. You're not going to get anything done in the game without effort. But to be a good defensive team, you have to be smart. You have to understand your opponents, their tendencies, both as a team and as individuals. And if you do that, you can cover up for a lot in terms of just raw athleticism.
Outside Watson. Pass to Porter. Outside Watson. Now here's Murray. Jacks up a three. No good that time. Outside Oubre. Back to Walker. Takes a three. Watson with the rebound. Westbrook with it. Picked up by Lowry. Jordan the screen. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And again, it's Denver missing. 76ers trail by 9. A deep three. Gordon can't hit. Now here's Westbrook. And Kyle Lowry is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Nikola Jokic has checked in for Denver. And Philadelphia making a change here. Oh, stolen by Embiid. Fast break, Philadelphia. And Gordon with the big finish.
Yeah, an intuitive defender. Embiid times that steal beautifully.
And it's Jokic missing.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Tries to save it. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Nuggets. Walker, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
Number 16, Lonnie Walker.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Porter with a screen on Maxey. Here's Jokic. It's hauled in by Oubre. 76ers trail by 7. Embiid with it. He's picked up by Westbrook. George for three. Good. And the assist to Embiid. Embiid's got 4 assists in the game.
This team counts on George to deliver points. His consistency under pressure is key to their offense.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Here's Maxey. Pass to Walker. The three. Rebounded by Russell Westbrook.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
A minute 37 left in the fourth quarter. And that one good.
And Jokic doesn't get a lot of lift on his shot, but he doesn't need it. I mean, he is money in the mid-range.
Fires it. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 9 rebounds now. Launches it. Oh, another miss by Jokic.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now.
Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
This dude is nails in the clutch. You want your best shot at winning at the end, give the ball to PG. He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
The three, and he buries it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Back to Jokic. Looking to get back on track. Outside Watson, 5 to shoot. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Pass to Murray. The Nuggets with another miss. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Can't tie it up. That one misses.
We all know he's a good shooter. But from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And here's Jokic outside. Up again. And McCain pulls it down.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
Absolutely need a 3 here.
Embiid can't hit. Deflects the pass. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.
one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement,
which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 slot. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Gordon with no one around from outside off the mark.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
The wide open look here for Lopez. No good on the triple. Here's Brown. Guarded by Kuzma. Pass to Jokic. Gordon with the screen for Jokic. Buries it from three-point range.
Stretching the defense out. You have to stay on Jokic from that range.
Here's Prince outside. Sinks the triple.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Porter. Porter with the screen for Jokic. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Jokic has got 5.
Now, Jokic, you can rely on him to get you some points in that range.
Prince with a screen on Gordon. And here's Antetokounmpo outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively, but how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo?
For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And that one's good by Porter.
They set him up. Porter's going to knock him down. He's a terrific shooter who can do some damage from anywhere.
Lillard surveying the D. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. He has 6.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Porter. Shoots over Kuzma. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
Nuggets have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Pass to Brown. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Gordon. The Bucks also changing it up. Bobby Portis comes in for Brook Lopez. And Trent subbed in for Taurean Prince. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Lillard way outside. And again, the Bucks miss.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
That's his first personal foul.
For the Nuggets, Zeke Naji, he's checked in for Jokic. Saric comes in for Porter. And it's Peyton Watson in for Jamal Murray. The Bucks also changing it up. Green comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Porter subbed in for Damian Lillard. The Bucks trail. Run for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar. And these guys have been contenders ever since.
Good to see Porter Jr. knocking down the triple. Needs to keep taking and making those shots.
Westbrook kicks to Watson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Milwaukee has gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. And a wide-open look for Porter. They get it back. Here's Portis. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. For Denver, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Here's Saric. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Šarić being aggressive on the offensive glass, and that kind of activity doing a good job gaining them some bonus points.
Now, here's Trent. Still scoreless. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Green dishes to Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even.
Now the defense now better pay attention. If Giannis is hitting threes, those pickup points have to become higher.
So here's Westbrook. Pass to Brown. Over Trent. And that one released in time, but no good. It's the end of the first with a tie game here. And already these offense. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. Russell Westbrook out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Milwaukee has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Hey, Brett, where would you rank the Lopez brothers as the best NBA siblings?
Well, they've had storied careers, both of them. Certainly in terms of the argument about the best twins to ever play the game, we could make an argument for them. We had, of course, Tom and Dick Van Arsdale in the 60s, Horace and Harvey Grant in the 90s. But what the Lopez brothers have been able to do, not in terms of their longevity, but in terms of their contribution to their teams, both very different. These guys have to be up there.
And here's Jokic after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Gordon for 3. Kuzma pulls it in.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Three-pointer, Lillard, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest three. Right now, it's a shootout.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. A different look for Milwaukee. Taurean Prince comes in for Portis, and Rollins subbed in for Trent. Lillard fires away from way outside. Kicks it out to Prince. No good on the 3. Denver's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Bucks. Lillard with the bucket.
It doesn't take much or long for Lillard to catch fire. An incredible offensive talent.
They're outside. Kuzma pulls it in. Milwaukee leading by 3. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Jamal Murray. Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Well, Westbrook involving his teammates is one thing, but not missing guys wide open, that helps.
Lillard from deep three-point land, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got the lead up to 4 now for Milwaukee. To the left wing for 3, Westbrook. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And that one's good, Lillard.
And Lillard a flat-out gunner from deep because he's just a lethal shooter from way outside.
Jokic with it. Lillard picks him up. Jokic passes to Westbrook. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got 4 assists now tonight.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report.
And I think Jokic has decided, I'm going to take over this game scoring-wise. I don't know how you say that in Serbian, but trust me.
Lillard from deep three-point land. And again, the Bucks miss. The Nuggets trail. For three, Westbrook. Lopez with the block. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. And the Nuggets with some changes. Sharch is checked in for Gordon. Peyton Watson comes in for Porter. And Christian Brown subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Kevin Porter comes in for Lillard. Porter against Murray. Lets it go from deep. Porter, no luck. Now, here's Jokic. Pass to Murray. Gets it off. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Milwaukee Bucks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the five for Doc Rivers. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Prince, and it's Kuzma in at the small forward. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Prince. Jacks up a three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Prince has got 6 points. And, Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Now Prince, following the miss by Michael Porter from deep. Fades away, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And the Bucks lead by 6. Murray left side, puts up a three. Here's Brown, kicks it out to Gordon. And he drives in, and it's Gordon with the finish.
And that is a merciless dunk coming from Aaron Gordon.
Lopez, a screen on Murray. That's a 2 from Lillard, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Jokic, following the score by Damian Lillard. Jokic finds Murray. Lopez against Jokic. It counts, and the foul. That's on Brook Lopez.
And how about Jokic just barely getting that one off as the shot clock was winding down.
Zeke Naji, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Russell Westbrook comes in for Porter. Milwaukee also making some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Green comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Trent subbed in for Taurean Prince. Now, here's Lillard. He's got 23. Buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Smart and aggressive. Lillard repeatedly dominating the pick and roll set.
Looking back at Damian Lillard's time in Portland, what an incredible 11-year run. I mean, Brent, he was the team
Yeah, unbelievable, all-time great for the Portland Trailblazers. All-NBA 7 times, Kevin, the Blazers record. And no doubt one of the most beloved players that's ever put on a uniform in the great Pacific Northwest. But I know for Damian Lillard how competitive he is. He doesn't want to just rely on what it is he accomplished there. There's more to be done. He wants to win at the highest level, and that's what he's looking to do.
And here is Antetokounmpo following Russell Westbrook's three. Can't cash in from the high post.
And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
For the lead, and it's good on the way up. Gigi's got his first points of the night.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They lead by 1. That bucket in no time at all. Brown's got himself on the board with 3 there.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Lillard with no one around. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Yeah, Damian Lillard, this is some Oaktown response. You make one, I got you back.
Back to Jokic. Puts up a deep 3. And he jams it with authority.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The shot's good from Westbrook.
Good shooting reflexes there from Russell Westbrook. Barely needs the time to get that shot set up.
Bucks trail by 6. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Left side, Portis. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Nuggets have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. And it's Jokic missing. And it's the Bucks on the break. A pull-up. Nice shot by Portis.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Now Jokic fires from deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Bucks trail by 4. They've got Saric. Porter is out there with Peyton Watson. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Brown in a shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Now here's Porter. Rebound by the Nuggets. Brown's got his 6th rebound on the night. Saric just screen on Antetokounmpo. Westbrook, no good. The Bucks shooting about 42% so far. Here's Rollins. Pass to Kuzma. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Kuzma, one of those forwards that can kind of go between. Plays the 4, the small forward. That's impressive versatility from this young player.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. The Nuggets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. Porter a screen on Rollins. Jordan high post. Lopez is there. Jordan passes to Porter. Down low. Lopez with the steal. Oh, here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back. Kuzma can't get it to go. Denver in the lead. Jordan outside. On the wing, Porter. The tray. Lopez grabs the board. Lopez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Porter. And stolen by Jordan. To the inside. And the turnover again by Denver.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Chanchar's checked in. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And that one's good by Porter.
Each year, Porter just becomes more efficient and more deadly.
Here's Chanchar. And the three off target. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Outside Prince. And here's Antetokounmpo outside. And another three for Milwaukee.
Antetokounmpo on the catch-and-shoot jumper. You like that kind of flow from him.
Pass to Chanchar. The Nuggets with another miss.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
There's Lopez with the three. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. The Nuggets trail by 5. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Over to the left wing. 4 on the shot clock. Trying to end the drought. And it's Michael Porter with the 3.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives for the big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
And here's Prince outside. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Chanchar with a pass to Brown. Fires the 3. Tipped away. It's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Jokic is checked in for Denver. And then for Milwaukee. Livingston's checked in. And Lillard subbed in for Porter. They set the screen. Here's Chanchar. No good from outside. Milwaukee in the lead. Prince fires away from outside. Antetokounmpo kicks to Lillard. Pass to Livingston from outside the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Livingston's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Here's Brown. There's the 3. It's good from long range.
And the crowd is loving this long-range bomb attack that we're seeing here tonight. Coming right back to answer a 3 with one of their own.
Lillard misses. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. A 2-point game to tie it up. Pass to Chanchar. Here's Brown. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And here comes the break. Three-pointer, Lillard. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Jokic passes to Brown. Westbrook a screen on Lillard. Brown's shot is off. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 15-6 run. And it's Lillard missing. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team. The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Prince can't hit. Timeout called. Nuggets. What do you think we're going to see here?
And they actually could take a 3 here and go for the win if they want to. I think they'll try and send it to overtime. The defenders don't want to foul in this situation, so you should be able to get a good look inside.
And here's Jokic outside. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good.
That's the end of the game.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.